Welcome to my channel. Try to hear the latest story.
She sent me a selfie with another man, captioned, "Leveled up." I didn't respond, just forwarded the screenshot to her parents and the venue we'd reserved for our wedding. Now her entire family is flooding my phone with messages. But I'm focused on dismantling my future plans. Hey folks, a quick shout out. Over 14% of you are already subscribed, and it means everything. If you're new and liking these tales, join the crew by hitting that subscribe button. We're aiming for 10,000. I can't believe I'm sharing this, but I need to vent somewhere. This chaos kicked off about a month ago, but it really exploded 3 weeks back. My fiancée, Lauren, and I were set to tie the knot in 3 months. We'd been together for 2 years, engaged for half a year. Everything was arranged, paid for, and ready. I thought we were rock solid. I'm 28, she's 26. I'm a software engineer, and she's a social media coordinator for a fitness influencer. We met through friends and hit it off instantly, or so I believed. In hindsight, there were warning signs, but I brushed them off. Lauren was always glued to her phone, posting stories, obsessed with her online image. I figured it was just her job. Trouble brewed a month ago when she started working with a new client, a fitness model named Jake, with a massive 200K Instagram following. Suddenly, Lauren was pulling late nights. Photo sessions, marketing plans, strategy meetings. Jake's super dedicated to his brand, she'd say. We're working on major partnerships. That's awesome, babe. Just don't overdo it. No worries, it's actually fun. Jake's so driven and creative. First red flag, but I trusted her. A week later, she started hitting Jake's gym. It's for work, she claimed. I need to get his brand's vibe firsthand. It's research, Matt. I have to understand what his followers vibe with. Since when does social media work involve gym sessions? Since influencer marketing became about real experiences. I need to speak his language. Another red flag I foolishly ignored. 2 weeks before the blow-up, Lauren's style changed. Tighter, flashier outfits. When I brought it up, she said it was for work. Jake's audience expects a certain vibe from his team. I need to match it. But you're not in his posts. Sometimes I am. Behind the scenes stuff. It's about authenticity, Matt. The Friday before it all unraveled, Lauren said she had a late-night project with Jake for a big campaign. She'd likely be out past midnight. Another late one? Sorry, babe. Jake's dropping something huge Monday, and it's gotta be perfect. All right. Let me know when you're heading back. Will do. Love you. She didn't text or come home that night. Saturday morning, I woke to a message saying she'd crashed at her friend Sarah's place because she was too exhausted to drive. Sorry, babe. Jake's project kept us forever. Stayed at Sarah's. Catch you later. Something felt wrong, so I called Sarah. Matt, I haven't seen Lauren in weeks. She wasn't here last night. So Lauren lied about her whereabouts. Saturday afternoon, I was at my friend Chris's place, watching a game, when I got a notification that Lauren posted an Instagram story and tagged me. I opened it, expecting work-related content. Instead, it was a selfie of her and Jake at a swanky restaurant. She was leaning into him, beaming. He had his arm around her, looking too cozy. The caption read, "Leveled up," with heart emojis. She tagged me to ensure I'd see it. I screenshot it and recorded the story, knowing it'd vanish in 24 hours. Good call, as I'd need proof. Chris saw my face. Dude, you good? You look shaken. I showed him the screenshot. Damn, Matt. Is this legit? Seems so. What's your move? I don't know yet. My gut screamed to call her, demand answers, figure out what was happening. But then it hit me. She'd already said everything. She'd moved on, found someone better, leveled up, and she wanted me to know. So instead of calling, I made calculated moves. First, I called my friend Alex, a lawyer. Alex, it's Matt. I need advice on wedding contracts. What's up? I explained and sent the screenshot. Matt, that's rough. What do you need? If I cancel everything, what's my liability? Depends on the contracts. You might owe cancellation fees, but proof of infidelity could sway vendors. What counts as proof? That story's solid evidence. Send it when you cancel. Might help with refunds. Next, I called Lauren's dad, Mark. We'd always been close, and he'd chipped in for the wedding. Hey Mark, it's Matt. I need to talk about something serious. Sure, Matt. What's going on? Lauren posted something on Instagram you should see. I'm texting it now. I sent the screenshot. Matt, what is this? Who's this guy? Someone she works with. Based on the caption, I think we're done. Matt, I don't get it. You're getting married in 3 months. Not anymore, Mark. Long pause. Matt, let me talk to Lauren and figure this out. Don't act impulsively. I'm not. I'm being practical. After Mark, I called our venue, Riverfront Hall. We'd paid a $5,000 deposit and $8,000 toward the balance. Riverfront Hall, this is Emily. Hi, Emily. Matt Thompson. I have a wedding booked for October 15th. Yes, Mr. Thompson. How can I assist? I need to discuss canceling. Canceling? Sir, your wedding's in 3 months, per the contract. I know the terms. There's an issue with my fiancé. I'm sending evidence that might impact the policy. I sent the screenshot. Mr. Thompson, I'll review this with management and get back to you. I spent Saturday contacting vendors, photographer, caterer, florist, DJ, same spiel each time. Explained the situation, sent the screenshot, asked about refunds. By evening, my phone was buzzing nonstop. Lauren's family was in chaos. Text from her mom, Linda. Matt, what's this photo? What's happening? Text from her brother, Ethan. Yo, Matt, is this real? Is Lauren cheating? Multiple missed calls from Mark. I ignored them all. I needed space to think and plan. Sunday morning, Lauren finally called. Matt, what the hell? You sent that photo to my parents. You tagged me in it. Thought your family should know you leveled up. It's not what it seems. Then what does leveled up mean? It was Jake's idea. He said it'd generate buzz for his brand. So you posted that you dumped me for his social media campaign? It wasn't about dumping you. It was just a catchy caption. Lauren, you posted a photo with another guy saying you leveled up after lying about staying at Sarah's. How's that catchy? Matt, please. I can explain. No need. You said it all. Matt, nothing happened. Lauren, even if nothing physical happened, you emotionally betrayed me and broadcasted it. Matt, don't do this. I hung up. Sunday afternoon, vendors called back. Emily from the venue went first. Mr. Thompson, I discussed your case with management. And, given the evidence, we're treating this as a breach of good faith by the other party. We'll refund 75% of your payments. For real. The post clearly shows your fiancé publicly ending the relationship. That's not typical cold feet. The photographer, Ryan, was even more generous. Matt, I saw the screenshot. That's awful. We're refunding your full deposit. Ryan, that's beyond kind. My partner said if I didn't refund you after that, she'd leave me too. The caterer offered a 60% refund. The florist, 50%. The DJ kept the deposit but waived the cancellation fee. In total, I recovered about 70% of our costs. Better than expected. Sunday evening, Lauren showed up at my place, in tears. Matt, please, we need to talk calmly. We talked on the phone. No, we didn't. You're destroying everything over a misunderstanding. What's misunderstood? That you leveled up to someone else. It was just a post, Matt. It didn't mean anything. It meant enough to tag me so I'd see it. Jake suggested it. He said it'd get more traction if it felt real. So you faked upgrading from me for engagement? It wasn't fake. It was just amplified. Lauren, you're a social media expert. You knew what that post said to everyone. I didn't think you'd take it this way. You didn't think how your fiancé would feel about you announcing you moved on? I thought you'd get it was work. Work doesn't involve crashing at clients' places. I fell asleep on his couch. And work doesn't involve posting relationship drama with clients. It was one post. One post that ended us. Matt, please. I'll delete it. I'll quit working with Jake. Whatever you want. I want this done. Matt, you're throwing away 2 years over a post. I'm protecting myself from someone who thinks publicly dumping their fiancé is professional. She cried and pleaded for an hour. I didn't waver. She left. Monday, I took a personal day to finalize cancellations. Got refund confirmations from most vendors. Started tackling our apartment lease, which had both our names. Monday afternoon, Ethan called. Matt, Lauren's a wreck. She's been crying for days. I'm sorry she's hurting, Ethan. Matt, it's all a big mix-up. She was just working. Ethan, her job is social media, not relationship sabotage. She says Jake pushed her into the post. Ethan, Lauren's been in social media for 3 years. She knows what her posts convey. But she loves you, Matt. She wants to fix it. There's nothing to fix. She chose Jake's brand over us. Matt, please. The whole family's involved. We've all planned for this wedding. I'll cover any non-refunded travel costs. It's not about money, Matt. Then what's it about? Family. Forgiveness. Second chances. Ethan, your sister's new to social media management and made a career-ruining choice. That's not a slip-up. It's bad judgment. Tuesday, Mark called again. Matt, I spoke with Lauren at length. Good for her. She admits she messed up but swears nothing physical happened. Mark, even if true, she publicly announced she'd leveled up from me. She says it was for work. Mark, she's new to this but knew enough to understand what that post meant. Matt, people screw up. This wasn't a screw-up. It was a deliberate choice to use our relationship for buzz. She'll stop working with Jake. Too late. Matt, you're letting ego ruin your future. I'm letting reality guide my choices. So one post ends it all? One post that screamed she'd found someone better and wanted everyone, including me, to know. It's been 3 weeks since the story. I've blocked Lauren everywhere. Vendors finalized refunds. I moved into a new apartment last weekend. My friends have been great. Chris keeps saying I did the right thing. Matt, anyone who posts that about their relationship isn't ready for marriage. I know. It just sucks it took this to see it. Better now than post-wedding. Alex helped with the lease. Since both names were on it, I was liable for my share, but I found a subletter fast. I started therapy last week to process it all. The therapist said my response was healthy. You set firm boundaries without trying to control her. That's emotional strength. It doesn't feel strong. It feels like my world imploded. Your life shifted because you refused to tolerate disrespect. That's growth. Yesterday, I reactivated my dating profiles, not for anything serious, just to start moving on. This taught me social media exposes people's true priorities. Lauren chose viral clout over relationship respect, professional hype over personal loyalty. She wanted to level up publicly, so I leveled her up to ex-fiancé quietly. Sometimes, the best response to public betrayal is silent dignity and smart moves. Lauren thought that story was just marketing. Turned out to be a relationship ender too. My future's officially unbooked, and honestly, I'm relieved.